In this video, I'm going to turn this website into this website in about an hour. It's a live stream where I go through the entire design process and all of the little decisions I make and how I turned this website into a dark mode version for a solar company. So hang in there. It's about an hour long, or pro tip, watch it at 2x speeds. Hope you enjoy. Today, we are going to just kind of do a live build with me. So this is one of the projects that we are in the middle of working on, and I might blur it out. I don't know yet. But anyway, the kind of project kind of got off to a fast start, and in the middle of this, we were just kind of like looking at it, and doesn't quite do it for us visually. And, you know, we try to set ourselves to a pretty high standard. So today we're just going to kind of do the first step of any website project when kind of planned out, and that is to establish the style guide. So it's a little bit of digital branding. You know, obviously we're not going to touch the logo or anything, and we're going to try to use the colors as best we can. But we have a unique situation with this one. We are going to go full dark mode. So before we kind of do any project, I like to just kind of look at, you know, certain websites, and what's going around on the internet at the moment is, well, Apple Vision Pro. So just kind of what I like to do is just kind of look around to see what Apple's doing. I like to see, you know, what other companies are doing. So I just kind of take a look through some of this stuff. In particular, we want to kind of get a little bit of inspiration, and like I said, this one we're going to try to go with dark mode. What's that app? Linear. Yeah. So Linear is kind of taken over the web design world with just how badass things can be. Stripe used to be the, like, look at that. That's just great. Obviously, they have a fantastic interface, and yeah, that's just good on them. But Stripe used to be the, you know, the gold star, the gold standard, whatever that phrase is, and Linear has at least kind of taken over. I mean, just some of the details that I love are like, look at this menu. So you can hardly see, but the things behind it are blurry. They blur out. Just such a good touch. I love that part. So much so, we actually took that for our own site here. You can barely tell. We don't have much of a menu, but you can kind of tell right back here, especially as we scroll through, the details kind of get blurred out. Not to the same effect as Linear, but anyway, I just love that detail. It's one of those things. So yeah, I just kind of want to go look at certain websites that have dark branding to it and just try to see what's good, what do I like, what do I not like. One of my favorite things that I think we're going to go through here is kind of how the body text is a little subdued versus the headline text. So it's even white to grayish colors. I think that'll be nice. That's interesting. This could be an interesting concept for solar, since we're doing a solar company. Just kind of like energy. It's kind of like turning the light on a little bit. This might be something to do after the site's developed, but it's kind of that nice touch. Could be interesting. I like the scrolling behavior there, and how the text fades in. It's kind of like turning on this like overlay. Just think that's great. Yeah, obviously Linear is crushing it. So, yeah, Linear is just, yeah. No, there's a reason they're taking over. All right. I feel like I've got a pretty good look at it. This is a little brighter than I anticipated, honestly, for Apple. I like to get inspiration outside of the industry. You want to stand out. I mean, obviously you want to know what they're doing, and trust me, we've done our homework on what our other solar companies doing, but we want to be a little different. No, that's our approach. At least we want to set the standard as opposed to we want to set the standard. We don't want to just blend in with the rest of them. That seems okay, I guess. Better than stand out. It's better than standing out in a bad way and being bad. But anyway, so yeah, just now that I got a little bit of inspiration here, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna hop into Figma. We utilize the style guide, and in particular this Figma kit is incredible. I believe it's from Reloom. So the reason we want to do that is you can see it in real time. So they have all these components that you can design things in, homepage templates, everything. Part of this draft is, we can, tune up typography and colors and all that good stuff whenever. But the best part about it is honestly, it's when they apply dynamically, which is just so good. All right, so I believe the fonts here, I can't remember. Font size, font family, Geist. So it's a cool font. I think it's lacking a smidge of punch. So I'm gonna make it a little punchier, just barely. Try to match their logo a little better. And here's just so that we have it. Here's their logo. They really love their green and purple, so we're going to try to use those colors as best we can, but they aren't great on each other. Just not enough contrast. A great test for that, by the way, is turning anything into black and white. So let's see if you just color hue. Oh, shoot. A great way to test that, just to see if you do have contrast, is like tone down all the saturation. So it's decent, but you have to be really gentle with both of these. And especially since they're both dominating colors, you have to be really careful with it. So I like to make sure and double check things just generally when you take out all of the color, aka all the saturation. Do you have enough contrast? So these do. I mean, the purple and the green are enough, but they're just quite jarring. So I mean, if I take the purple and then I type something here and let's make it bigger, and I take that and I boop. Like it's just slightly jarring to the eye, and even if we inverse it, also a little bit jarring. So just something just something to consider. We want to make sure that it's tasteful. It doesn't, to me, you can get into some scary situations with it. So just with this style guide stuff, keep all that in mind. So I'm going to make the decision here it's energy, it's innovations, it's solar. We're going to use purple, no doubt, but I'm going to lean into the green a little more. So I'm going to make this primary color here, and this is where the Reloom kit comes quite in handy. So and you see how what I just did was wrong. So what we don't want to do is grab the color and then take the eyedropper tool and just change it. That does no good, because this is what we want to do. We want to grab this color selector here. We want to edit this. Then you can grab the eyedropper tool, and it takes a second because this file is big. Okay, see what just happened there? That just turned the primary color everywhere to green everywhere. So, not saying we want to do that necessarily, but anything that is that primary color, just beware that that's how that goes. So we're gonna kind of rewind this. delete that again. And we're gonna then, I always like to take these color boxes here and duplicate a couple of them. So now this one we'll keep as black. I also want to make sure that we do have, that'll update in a second, I'm sure. Keep this as, then we're gonna make this one green. Or I think I like to call it lime, is a little more accurate to me. So then this is where we do grab the color dropper. Boop. And this one, I'm gonna make sure that that's just updating. I think my computer is running a little hard right now with all the recordings and everything. Okay, cool. Okay, so once we get that in there, the lime, pick lime, just for the style purposes, make sure that we pop that in there. White and light gray are good. That's going to be like, that's what I was saying with the linear site. That's kind of like, you know, the difference in, like right here. So this would be the white, and then the light gray. That's just a good contrast. I just kind of like that touch. So we're going to keep that. These colors are nice. I'm going to add purple here. Okay. Purple. Let's get that hex code. Keyboard shortcut when you have all these awesome layouts and things. If you hold Command, and then you get to kind of select the actual element and click right in, as opposed to kind of hovering and double clicking in. So like that's how I can get to this so quick. All right, so another thing that I like to try to do, because we're going dark mode, that's the whole point of this. I'm going to take this whole style guide and I'm going to choose like a super charcoal color here. If I can do that. Let's see. Okay. So obviously this looks how it may. I might actually want to switch. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, because everything's black already. I'm gonna switch black with white inside here. Okay. I'm just hitting Command Y to make sure I'm not missing anything. This kind of goes into outline mode. So everything is good. See, this is what I mean already. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard. Depends on turning on the brightness or not. But just already, we haven't even selected the fonts or anything. But the white with the light gray on the charcoal background is that perfect, like, sexy, punchy kind of look. We haven't even gotten to the colors in it or anything yet. Especially as you get into this, just looks so nice. One thing that I did not consider is in these shadows. Let's see. So these are the shadow colors here. Yeah, we're gonna have to change this to white 5%. Since it's on the white 14%. All right, so you kind of tell, right? A little bit. It's just, obviously, we're on a black background, so it's not going to be much that shadow. It's more going to be a glow, which I just think is cool. So I'm going to go through all those real quick. All right, so that's all done. Let's see if we do that. Just kind of a nice little glow, subtle, which is the point. So now we kind of move into the buttons and all that. What I want to make sure we do here, let's see, make sure we grab all the... So that'll do it, but whatever. What we want to make sure we do with all this is selection colors, turn that to white. All right, so that's good. Next up is fonts. So this is the hardest part. My favorite resource here is actually Font Share lately. So I'm looking for something that General Sans might be nice. Looking for something that's a little bold, a little punchy, but modern. So, like, I think this is Gotham. If I had to guess, this would be Gotham. So I want to try to match Gotham, but not on the nose. This doesn't feel right. See, this is like the opposite. All right. I thought I liked it. Let's see what it looks like in all caps. Quick, brown, fox, jumped. All right. I thought I liked it. I don't like it anymore. I like the numbers, I guess. The zeros. Let's be real. Tabular could be interesting. A little too techy. This is too plain, but it's close. Doesn't have enough flavor for me. Same with Red Hat display. This could be interesting. Are there enough weights? Okay. I kind of like this one. I like that one. Yeah, that might be the one. Let's see if I have it. So this is where you just gotta try stuff. Whoa. Whoa, I didn't know I could do that. Huh. So let's see, plus. Oh, look at that, I do have it. Have all the, look at that. Okay, cool. So this is the coolest stuff in the world. I almost said an explicative there. This is the coolest. All right, the plugin is Batch Styler. Right here, Batch Styler. You're gonna want to get that. You're gonna want to get involved. So once you run it, you see all these headings, all these things that are in here already, all these styles. Look at all these texts. These are all what's showing up here, right? Text styles. You get to just grab it, and we're gonna grab the whole thing for a second, just to show you this. And we're gonna call it, what's that font called? Plus Jakarta Sans. Hit it, update. Now watch over here when I click this update button, okay? Look at all this stuff just happen. Ready? It's working. It's working. Check over here. This will update in a moment. It's updating. Boom. Boom. Everything's updating. This gets ignored, so it's down here where the magic happens. All this stuff. Now, not only here, it's going throughout all these pages, remember. So now I like to do this part manually. So I'm going to move me over a little more. Maybe not. Move me down here. Move me back up. Okay. So I do this manually. So I go into here, plus Jakarta Sans, and I name it plus Jakarta Sans. And I like to make it extra bold, generally speaking. And then same with this, obviously. So this part is, this is rubato still. I don't know, it takes years, 6-7 years of me doing this now to be the trained eye between understanding this is rubato and this is not. But you see the difference. You see how much softer, more like Gotham, more like this it is. It's just a little more soft. That's the right way to phrase it. So I'm going to change this to Jakarta Sans, boom, and boom. Now we've got our fonts. So now this is where it gets fun for me, at least. This is where the design comes into play. The buttons, the colors. We did the drop shadows already. The highlights, these things. We'll get into those in a second. But now we're gonna go here. So check this shit out. So this is where all of those fonts are already in here. Notice that? It's a different font. This is Reloom, right? Cool. Like that's what I'm talking about. That's where this could get cool. So what I like to do, so M&M Energy, they really like this tagline, so I want to use that again. So I'm gonna actually grab trying to pick one that's just like, it's just kind of got a lot of good stuff going on that I can kind of pull from. Layout, not concerned with. It's really just to see the stylings of it, but I want to see different things in this hero section. Like for the site itself, I actually like this, but it doesn't really show us much. You got to really scroll to get like these details. It's kind of repetitive, and I want to show a lot of variety in the styling. Because the whole point of this style guide is to get approval and buy-in. Because this is the foundation, right? You saw me set all these colors up. You saw me set up all the fonts and everything. Then it starts to let us make website design quickly so that we can spend more time on the cool stuff. We can spend time on the animations. We can spend time on that feature, like I was saying here, where when the lights turn on, right? This is actually a different section. I didn't realize it does it in every section. I just like this touch. So this is where we like to spend a little extra time. I don't want to spend extra time dealing with the fonts and the colors and selecting all this stuff. We want to set it all up front. Then let us put in the time and effort and detail into the details that make you stand out on the internet. So that's what we're up to here. So I'm really just after getting a Just a layout that has variety. It's not too overwhelming, obviously, because the client always will look at it and be like, "That's a lot going on." I want them to really just focus on the styling. So I might pick this one. I think so. I think I'm going to do that. So now I always go back into the style guide just so I can see it side by side, frankly. Paste it in. All right, everything's cool. Everything's good. I then will detach this instance because otherwise I'm going to mess with the core component. Like you see all these things. These are pulled from other areas. So I'm just going to detach everything as I click into it. I'm going to detach the instance. It still adopts all of the stylings and everything, but I'm trying to edit it a little quicker. This is kind of like a rough, this isn't the actual website, right? So I'm gonna put that back over there, copy it. Now, let's see how we can put this in there nice. Okay, so that's where that needs to go. Sweet. All right. So remember how I wanted to go dark mode. Let's pop me back up over here. So this is where I take this. Oh, pause. I'm missing something, missing a crucial step. I like this color, 161616. So I'm going to add this to the colors charcoal. All right, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to make the white charcoal. Boom, simple enough. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to make the black white. Ta-da! Look how nice. Boom. How fast was that? So now, how am I going to do this well? I want to make sure that the colors look good. So I'm going to take that, make it lime. Boom, make that white. Okay, nice. Cool. I like it. So far, I like it. I'm going to add what am I going to add? Extra large drop shadow to that. Bam. What else am I going to do? Okay, so this could create a small problem as I'm doing this. The purple on the charcoal fails all sorts of accessibility requirements, especially. How can I do this? What if I made this charcoal color? I'm going to just detach it for a second. What if I made it like a dark purple? You know what I mean? Like hue, saturation, luminance, I believe. I can't remember what's what. Nope, that's not it. I mean, it is it, but purple, boom. I want it to just go down here on this, so. Okay. I'm surprising myself. I might not want to go with charcoal. I might want to go with a deep purple. This looks pretty decent. Maybe darker. Let's try it. Okay, I messed it up. Dang it. Okay, so I'll just copy this because I like it to my clipboard and put it up here. So let's go back into here and let's mess with, okay, not that. Is it this? Yes, okay. So it was at 5. What if we make it even 4? Wow, what a difference. 5, 3. It's a little too dark. All right. I think we might have nailed it. What if it goes a little lighter? Always got to try the other side. 8. Too much. 6. Okay, maybe 5. 6 or 5. 5. All right, we really nailed it. Okay. Why 5? Because we don't want it to be too purple. The point is it's dark. Like now that they're side by side, let's see if I'm going to add this to the colors. I'm going to call this deep purple. Create variable. Nope, not a variable. Boom. See if we do that to deep purple. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. Now, this doesn't quite fly, but it's better. It's a little better. So I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to use purple where it doesn't just get really messy. Because they want to show both of their colors, but I think they have too many primary colors going on. All right, let's deal with that in a second. I'm going to go back into these buttons and things just because I want to fix. Okay, so then I believe, yeah, if you click this plus, or this like crosshair, it selects all of the things with the same situation, right? So where the button text is. And I want it to be a little more bold. So instead of text regular, or normal, I'm going to try it for bold. And then, okay, cool. Better. Way better. Way better. Then I also want, move me over here. So this is another cool thing. So styles, boom, bang, bop, dark mode. All right, so this is where I'm failing a smidge, but we'll ignore that actually because it's slightly advanced. I just want to see it in action. So now we're going to go and we're going to grab this and we're going to make this light gray. I really want to figure out how to use their purple. I can just hear them already. Let me see what the current site looks like again. All right, so we have their logo on white. I gotta inverse the colors. I gotta. Problem is, it's not a vector, it's an image. I'll come back to that last. Okay, so another thing I want to do with the button stuff is put a little bit of radius on this guy. So the last time I checked, I think you gotta do it this way here, which is totally cool. I just like a little bit of radius on my buttons. So we're gonna add a smidge of radius. Add. Oh. We're gonna add 5 to it on the radius, and that should do the trick. Head back over here. Bam. Radius is 5. So on the inputs, that's the other thing we didn't do quite yet, which we will because we are good at what we do here. So we're going to select these text areas. Add 5 pixels of radius to that. Bang, boom, bang, bop. Okay. Always try to use these when you can, because then they're all dynamic and everybody's happy. right, so actually what we can kind of fly through this is anything that's white, or anything that's gray, I can make white. Or anything that's black, rather. It's important too, like, this might be an interesting place to put purple, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe, maybe not. Lime could be interesting. Ooh, okay, what if the inside was purple, but not just any purple, like the lightest purple. So like, nope. That's gonna be weird. Just kidding. Rewinding to white. But I do like when this is like light gray with like, you know, or maybe even purple. Like I kind of like that purple where it's dark. Kind of like a deep purple, remember? It's just kind of like that multiply effect. We're not going to do the green stroke there. That doesn't look very good. All right, well, come back to that. So this is where we want to spend a little bit of time. I'm just going to toy with this a little more. I don't know if this is quite enough. Call this gray. That's what it's going to be in here. Instead of light gray, we're going to be gray. All this is going to be gray. Bam. Now where can purple come into play on this? Gosh, it's so clear in my brain how this green and all this is going to look so sweet, right? Like, see if this makes sense. Gray. Boom. See, like, this is already popping, right? It's already kind of working. This would be, boom, lime. Right? I think even we could, we could add like a drop shadow or like an essence that would be just nice and cool to have. Purple is where I'm really getting stuck. I know this background color is kind of purple. Okay, let me think about it a little more. So if we're going to run all these to be green, and these lines I want to be like close to dark. Not like that though. Let's see if we make him gray. Like almost, like I almost feel like I need to add another color here. So if we break this white, sorry, go to gray, break the gray, gray, and break the gray. Then we make it like 30%. Nope. That needs to be white for that to happen. Yeah, like 20%. Nope. Maybe green at 25%. Nope. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So this is another button. And this is where like style secondary, we'll make it like secondary dark mode. That's like this where things get cool, right? Like leading icon. And then the icon can be, whatever. But get rid of that. So like small, boom, secondary, link, cool, primary, right? Oh, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. No icon. Cool. Yeah, that's how cool this whole thing is. So I'm trying to see how, when, where, and why can we. Like, I really am cautious. Ooh, I just had a thought. There's a framer template that I've been seeing. Atomic. That's it. This might be it. Framer is interesting, by the way, if you haven't seen it. It's cool. Okay, so this was actually me toying with our own stuff in Framer. So I think it's cool. What I like about it and how they do it, they just have a great taste of, I mean, the animations are great too, but they're yellow. I mean, this is like a dark, deep charcoal. They've got that hover. I like it. So this is where it gets really nice. Big typography. Big, bold, high contrast. There's just not a third, there's not a purple in here. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's like this color, but like that's like supposed to be in the background. So I'm trying to figure out, this is just so nicely done. You don't see like another big color. Really like this though. It's very techy, for sure. This I love though. We might want to rip this off. Okay, so let's find an area where there's a big old piece of text. I don't know if it has one. I guess down here, but some of these sections aren't quite that good for this, but maybe we do need to knock it down a smidge. Maybe a little darker even. Let's try 4. How does that look? If we do 4, let's see how that goes. This could be good because I really like how this looks right here. It's definitely dark. The purple almost works. Mind you, it's from the same family. This image is going to be critical to make this work. But yeah, just look how nice the type is. I really like this. Okay, I might actually mess with this for a second. So that might be our opportunity to try to do that customer testimonial that highlights features and answers. And then potential customer doubts. Similar to let's try that. All right, so instead of that, we're gonna go gray. It's not enough. So we need to do charcoal is gonna be too much. All right, we're gonna do gray. We're gonna break gray. We're gonna make another gray. No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a gray out of the purple. Ooh. Hold on. Okay, let's see how that looks. Boy, is it close. Boy, do I want it to work. Boy, do I want it to work. Michael, if you're watching this, I'm fighting for purple. I really am. That might work. Right, we're gonna do this really rough and dirty here. Take a screenshot. Boom. Then I'm gonna open Photoshop. Let's take a sip of this coffee. New file, clipboard, paste. Okay, adjustments. Boom. Ooh, it's close. It almost works. Remember how I said earlier, you got to do it in black and white, right? You got to do it in black and white. It's got to work black and white. This doesn't quite have enough contrast to get the point across. However, you can read it. You can read it on the black. So it's good. It's close. We just need it to be a little less purple. I'm going to try here. See if we can get the purple actual. Okay, so did you see that? That's actually different purple. Now this I might work worse. Yeah. See that other purple? This purple is brighter. See that? And then this purple darker. It's so subtle, but this is gonna fail that test. It's gonna be worse. It's just too close. Doesn't have enough contrast to work. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Told you. I'm fighting for you, Michael. I'm fighting. See, this is like a light purple. All right, let's try. Nope, darker. Maybe. So what I was going to try to do is take the purple, and then I was going to break it, grab it, and make a gray out of it. But hue, saturation, luminance, I want to say. Nope. Gosh. It's like I didn't study this in college. I didn't really, but definitely did. Okay, so here's your gray. On the same vibrance, you see how that worked? Just totally horizontal. Same vibrance as the purple is just gray. So hopefully this works. Well, that could be nice. This could be nice. It's not quite enough contrast for me. What I might do, people, I might break a rule. See, it's okay to break rules if you know what rules you're breaking. I'm going to change. I think that purple needs to change. That's where I'm considering changing the client's color, which is such a faux pas. It's such a no-no. I don't know. I just don't think I can get behind it. I just don't think I can get behind the purple. Unwind. All right, so let's see. Remember that purple? The one that I was fighting for? See, this might even work. I might have more answers for this. I think that purple on this dark or purple kind of works weirdly. Oh, jeez. Oh, Ricky, I need your help. Ricky, I need your help. Okay, let's see. Well, let's do first things first. Let's see if we can make this purple, if it works. Because it's a big old button. White, purple. Okay, deep purple. Nope, this color. Deep purple. Wow. White. Bam. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm trying two different buttons just to see. I think, primary buttons should always match. I don't hate the purple as a button. But the green is so much more vibrant. Isn't it? It is. You're just fooling yourself. It's so much better. Okay, well, again, let's go back here. If you can afford to rent your energy, you can afford to own it. I'm going to go back into this, and we're going to pop, boom, bang, bop, boom. If you can afford to rent your energy, you can afford to own it. Own it. Purple. Damn it. Doesn't work. Why does it not work? Pop quiz. Why does it not work? You want to know why it doesn't work? It sinks back. So if the screen's the plane, it's going deeper into the plane. So it's not popping out at you, it's going deeper, which is the inverse effect. So our eyes are drawn to, if you can afford to rent your energy, you can afford to. And then own it is like whispering. You can afford to own it. Now, if I go back into here and I change this to green, the contrast is such where now own it is popping out. It's typically speaking, actually I gotta be careful with this one. I might be wrong on this. I don't remember where green lies on the cool to warm spectrum. Generally speaking, warm colors pop forward, pop out, and cool colors sink back. So the purple obviously is in the cooler colors tones, right? So that's why it sinks back. The green pops out. So let's see, this gotta be interesting here. Oh, this could be, what if we do something real crazy over here? If we put a freaking extra large drop shadow on this thing. Does it work? Kinda. Can't quite tell. It's working, actually. Ooh, hold on. Okay, that's a nice touch. Okay. Now, I want to actually make a drop shadow that is extra large, that is going to be green. Boom. Okay, now I'm going to make that 14, I believe is what it was. Hope so. Crank that up a smidge. All right, see that? See, that's kind of just glowing. So now I'm going to add that to this and call it green shadow L. Green large shadow. Boom, create style. So I like that. All right, that's good. That's good. Now what if we do that to this? Hard to tell. Okay, I like the white on that. Just pops out a little bit. I just kind of dig it. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna change this to green. Okay, green's popping. The green's popping. Boom. I gotta put an image here. Okay. Unsplash. Solar. Problem is with purple. Let's see if we can get some good stuff in there. Right here, I've been seeing a lot on Twitter or X, whatever it is now. Midjourney is allegedly the future of stock imagery. I have yet to try it, but I'm seeing some cool stuff on Twitter. Like I could do a solar panel with green and purple, for instance, right? And it could just like really do something special. So residential solar. What could be nice is if we try to color match the green to like this guy. All right. Okay. Images matter so much on websites, and stock images are just a little tough. So we're going to then go to remove.bg, gb, remove.bg. Just quick and dirty, right? This is a concept. It's not the actual thing. Boom. So then, okay. Erase and restore. Okay, so that's good. So I want to restore effectively this house, is my thought. Okay, getting close. All right. It's rough and dirty, obviously. I'm going to download that. Then I'm going to put that in here. Downloads. Okay. So this is where, again, the image size, fixed, fill. Let me mess with this for a second. I'm kind of not sure what this is supposed to be doing here. Clip content. Okay. Fill. Fixed width. Okay, that's not the effect I wanted. I think I want it big. I want to move it. Okay, what I want to happen here, I might need to do a little bit of TLC, is I want this to not have any padding, possibly. Just on the right side. Now, obviously, you got to detach the instance because I've been messing around with that the whole time. I'm now going to add a rectangle here. Whoa. I'm going to add a rectangle that is the deep purple. Break it. Make it a gradient from, yep, cool. And then I'm going to make it from that way to that way. Something like that. And then we're going to add this in here, but make it absolute. You can drag it wherever you want. Fun fact. There's your Figma tip of the day. It took me years to figure that out. So now it's just a little bit of something. It's not perfect. The drop shadows are kind of bugging out, but I'm going to just kind of show a little bit of depth in there is what I'm going for. Yeah, it's not quite doing it for me. Might need to move that this way. Okay, boom. Just to get a little more of the effect is I want it to kind of like seem like it's running out, kind of from over there, and then let's see if I can get this whole thing. Now, Ricky might hate me for doing it this way. All right. Well, it's missing purple, but it's hints of purple. Mike. Yeah. I think we can still figure out the purple. I might need to try it with fresh eyes. Wow, we're in an hour already. If you've made it this far, I'm thoroughly impressed. But yeah, I mean, it takes about an hour to set this stuff up. at least. I mean, I'm still working on it, but yeah, that's kind of how this goes. What I want to figure out here is how to get the purple in here. I might throw like a big like design element as purple. Maybe like, I don't know. I might need to work with Ricky on that. But anyway, guys, here's the updated version here. I'm going to move me back down here. Pixelated, obviously, because it's remove BG low quality mode. Depending on if Ricky likes this, I'll probably buy it. But so here's the recap. Recap is we have, better fonts, dark mode, glowing elements that are subtle, and then big points are keeping it super lean and mean in the typography standpoint. So like the gray and the white and the green, keeping things good and punchy where they need to be. I'm fighting for that purple, but that background's kind of purple. That might be enough. Yeah, and then obviously this could work, but we would need to talk to them about the different purple. This might be the way we do it, is a brighter purple, and see if that works or not. But yeah, that's generally how this process goes. If anything kind of intrigues you about this, or you'd do anything differently, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Shoot me a DM, email me, or email both of us, hey@websprint.io. And thanks a lot for tuning in for this long haul design with me session. And hopefully we get to talk to you guys soon.